Here's the belt model number. It's Daco from Advanced Auto Parts Discount Auto Parts.
New thing on it?
New thing.
When it up?
Alright, we have a 2007 Dodge diesel. It's got the 5.9 Cummins in it, and what we're going to do is we're going to replace the Serpentine belt. It's a 15-minute job with two people. If it's one person, you're going to spend 15 minutes cussing and creating new four-letter words. So we're going to go ahead and show you how easy it is to do. Tools required: a 1/2-inch ratchet. You could use the Serpentine belt tool, but I found it's a lot easier just to use a 1/2-inch ratchet on it and be done with it. Alright, so we're under the truck here, and there is the idler tensioner. Get your socket, ratchet, and put it in there. So once you get it in there, all you're basically going to do is pull it this way. And when you pull it, it's going to take the tension off that belt, just like that. Come up here, and you take it off of the alternator right down there. That's going to be the place you're going to take it off of.
Towards the outside, I guess.
Yeah, it goes toward the passenger wheel. Let me know when you're ready.
Wait a minute. Oh, get your finger in there.
Nope. A little bit more.
Shit, you ain't got much to hold on to. What do you got to put on the end of it? Oh, shit, because I got my fingers right up there. Hold on a minute.
Almost. Almost. It's off. It's off.
Well, shit.
Alright, so we've got the Serpentine belt pulled over the 3 upper pulleys, and the easiest way we found to do is just feed it back down over the crankshaft. So we're feeding it back down to the bottom of the guy, and then we're going to loop it back up. The guy in a creeper, that's the guy that made it. There's your big old snake. And there's the new one. Like I said, the hardest part was fishing it behind the tensioner. We found turning as this is the pulley, turn it sideways like that and then push it behind the tensioner. That worked real fine. So we're just going to start with the tensioner and then loop it all back around. Alright, the new belt's on. We're going to go ahead and fire it up and see if it jumps off.
Are you a veteran? Go to Lowe's.
Okay, here's my take on this job, and why there's absolutely no YouTube videos on how to do this, because you physically cannot do it with a camera. You need like another person to do the videotaping, and even then you can't see what's going on. To undo the very first belt, the tensioner, we were able to use the socket, the ratchet, and you couldn't use it to put the new belt back on. Ended up using the Serpentine belt tool. And then I ended up cheating and putting it inside another open-ended box wrench right here and cranking down on that. And that gave me enough leverage to fully open up the tensioner so the other person can put the belt over the top loop of the alternator, which was the last one we did, and also it's where we took it off at. Trick of the trade here that we found, it took us about 20 minutes to do the job. When you fed the belt up behind the idler, we put the rib side against the block and then the smooth side against the back of the tensioner, and then when it came up it flipped over just like that over the tensioner, and that was perfect. Grabbed the harmonic balancer at the bottom, shot up around, grabbed the fan, went back down, grabbed the power steering unit, came back up around top. I believe then it went over the top side of the fan, came around the fan, came down, grabbed the water pump, went on the smooth side of the water pump and then came back up and finished off at the alternator, and right then is when we pulled down the tensioner and flopped it over the alternator. Started the truck, everything ran fine. Taking the belt and putting it under the flip up seat in the back as a spare in case you do throw a belt, and I'm actually going to keep the Serpentine belt tool in with the truck. So that's my take on it. Just a group of tools that we did try. It wasn't a bad job. 20 minutes, definitely need 2 people. Don't know if you're able to see this or not, but this is the diagram that we got off the internet, off the Cummins forum. The belt comes up around the AC unit to the alternator, then comes down, catches your water pump, comes up over, and then comes back down around for your power steering, comes around here for the fan, comes down and gets the harmonic balancer, and then there's your tensioner right there. And that's pretty much the diagram we used. I had to run in a couple times to take a look at it. Once we got it going, it was really easy to do though.